So let me go ahead and go over some of the measurements for both of these ladders, the Werner Ladder and also the Gorilla Ladder. So here, the Werner Ladder, the top width here is 15 3/4 inches, while for the Gorilla Ladder, it is 15 inches across here from end to end. And at the bottom here where the legs flare out, this is 26 inches for the Gorilla Ladder. And for the Werner Ladder, this is actually 27.5 inches. So you would figure with the Werner Ladder, it is a lot more stable with the flare out being an extra 1 3/4 inches, 1.5 inches, but that's not necessarily the case. So why is that? Is because some of the measurements for the Werner Ladder is not as precise. So what you have here, you see there is extra room here sticking out. So if I shake this a little bit, you could see how the ladder shuffles around quite a bit. Whereas for the Gorilla Ladder, some of these cuts are a little bit more precise, or the measurements as far as the railing that for the inner rail to slip into the outer rail. So you can see here, it still shakes, but it's somewhat a little bit more stable. Now the other thing you'll notice here is that the Gorilla Ladder is rated at 375 pounds load capacity, while the Werner Ladder here is rated at 300 pounds. So just keep that in mind. And both of these are, by naming convention, it has the 22 in its model name, but both of these ladders are not actually 22 feet high as far as the extension. What ends up happening is they have, that's actually the reach of an average person standing on the third rung. So just keep that in mind, is that both of these ladders are actually 18 feet maximum extended, 18 feet 10 inches actually maximum extended. And for the step ladder, it is actually both 9 feet 5 inches. So just keep that in mind as you are deciding to buy these. But I think for the most part, these are the two popular brands as far as the 20-foot ladders. Now let me go through some of the mechanism. So the mechanism you'll see here is, for this Werner Ladder, you have to do the pull out, and this is the thickness of the bar that holds these rungs in place into its adjustable positions. Now this particular Gorilla Ladder has a different mechanism. It has this triangular piece here, and what ends up happening is all you have to do is twist versus pull. Now there is a little slight disadvantage there, is you'll see that because of that mechanism, that particular bar there is only about 1/2 inch, but at the same time what ends up happening is it gives you a more precise alignment because this is a guided alignment. Whereas for this here, you have a bigger hole and a square hole, so the stability is actually less. And maybe that's where the 375 rating versus the 300-pound rating comes from, is the stability. Now, I do have to manually put this in, but at the same time, I could eye it and actually see that it slips in, whereas this here is completely automatic, and it just snaps in place like that. Now this oversized adjustment is a little bit more stable also, because it has the two stabilizers at the top, and you'll notice that these are actually opposite directions, which makes it a lot more stable. Whereas for this, it is actually not as wide, even though it has the two bars here. And it's actually aligned not opposite of each other, but at the same, as you can see, at the same angle. So I want to show you the difference between both of these. So all in all of those little differences add up to the load capacity and stability. Now the other thing I do want to show is both of these have the same stability bars. So as you can see, there is a bar here that adds to stability, but you have to be really careful because as you're adjusting this, your finger might get caught, so just keep that in mind. And this similarly for the Gorilla Gorilla ladder also has the same. And let me just show you the rung, the quality of the rungs. And this is all aluminum. This Werner ladder is 45 pounds. It's about 5 pounds heavier than this Gorilla ladder. But once again, this Gorilla ladder is rated, 25% heavier, or load capacity, supporting more load capacity than the Werner. Just to give you some, sort of measurements here, what they have at a glance. But I think that's really it. That's really what I wanted to mention and I wanted to show, and I hope this helps. And please subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'll just go ahead here and just give you more angles of both of these ladders themselves. Just a little bit slower, up and down. And I hope this helps, and once again, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.